Most men get confused not by what women say, but by what they do. Unlike men, who are usually more direct, women often express their feelings, interest, or even disinterest through subtle, coded behaviors. If you miss these signals, you might mistake interest for indifference, or even worse, assume affection where there is none. In this video, we're going to break down what women actually mean when they do certain things with you. These behaviors might seem small or even harmless at first, but there's a lot happening beneath the surface. Once you understand the psychology behind them, you'll begin to see female behavior in a completely new way. Let's start with something most men have experienced. If a woman finds small reasons to touch you often, like tapping your arm during a conversation, brushing something off your shirt, or placing her hand on your back as she walks past, it's rarely accidental. Women are naturally protective of their personal space, so when they break that boundary, especially with casual touches, it usually means they feel safe with you. But there's more to it. Touch is one of the most ancient, primal ways to communicate attraction. It's her way of testing how you respond and trying to establish a subtle form of intimacy. If she doesn't do this with others around you, chances are high she's into you, and she's expressing it physically in a way that feels low risk and natural. Another powerful sign is mirroring. If you notice that she starts copying your movements, your tone, or even your choice of words, it's usually subconscious. This behavior is called mirroring, and it's rooted in our need to build rapport with people we feel connected to. So if she's sipping her drink when you do, crossing her arms after you do, or starting to use the same phrases you use, that's not coincidence. That's alignment. It means she's emotionally syncing with you. Her subconscious is saying, I like how this feels, I want to stay connected. It's not always something she's doing on purpose, but the result is the same. She's drawn to your presence and trying to stay on your wavelength. Now, let's talk about teasing. When a woman playfully challenges or mocks you, calls you out on something funny, pokes fun at your playlist, or gives you a hard time in a joking way, she's not trying to insult you. She's actually testing your confidence. She wants to see how you react. Can you handle it? Can you laugh at yourself? Or do you get defensive and flustered? Teasing is a tool many women use to gauge emotional maturity, and in many cases it's also a way to build flirtatious tension. She's engaging you, trying to stir something up between you both. If you can play along without taking it personally, it often deepens her interest and comfort with you. Here's a tricky one. When a woman starts bringing up other men around you, whether it's an ex-boyfriend, a guy at work, or someone who won't stop messaging her, it can feel like she's trying to push you away. But often, she's testing your emotional response. Are you going to get jealous? Act cold? Compete? She wants to see how secure and self-assured you are. If you react with calm confidence, maybe even a bit of humor, she'll feel more attracted. But if you become possessive or too indifferent, it could backfire. The key is showing that you're not threatened because you know what you bring to the table. When a woman begins asking deep personal questions about your childhood, your fears, your beliefs, it means she wants to go beyond surface-level connection. This isn't just curiosity. It's her trying to figure out if there's emotional compatibility. She wants to know how your mind works, what your past has shaped in you, and how emotionally available you are. Many men either brush off these questions or avoid answering honestly. But if you're able to engage and be real with her, she'll feel a much deeper sense of trust and connection with you. This is a key sign that she's seeking something meaningful. Now let's talk about texting. If you notice that her replies are starting to slow down, especially after she was initially quick to respond, it might feel like she's losing interest. But in many cases, she's doing it on purpose to create tension and mystery. She wants to see if you'll chase her, double text, or get frustrated. This is often based on advice women hear about not seeming too eager. If she's still playful and responsive, just slower, she's likely testing your reaction. Don't fall for the trap. Match her pace, stay cool, and let her be the one to pick up the energy again. When a woman starts sharing her personal problems with you, family issues, emotional stress, work frustrations, it's a big deal. It means she feels emotionally safe with you. Most women don't open up to just anyone. If she's being vulnerable, it's because she sees you as someone who won't judge or abandon her when things get hard. Many men make the mistake of trying to fix everything or, worse, changing the subject. But what she often wants is someone who listens without trying to solve. If you can just be present and supportive, it builds a type of bond that's incredibly rare and very attractive. One of the clearest signs that a woman sees a future with you is when she starts making plans that involve you, especially if those plans are weeks or months ahead. If she says things like, "You should come with me next time," or "We should go there together," she's mentally placing you in her life. This is a sign of emotional investment. She's imagining shared experiences and seeing how your presence fits into her world. It's subtle, but powerful. You don't need to make it a big deal. Just recognize the significance and respond with a balanced energy. Don't overhype it, but don't ignore it either. Another interesting sign is when she starts adjusting her appearance around you. Fixing her hair, reapplying lipstick, straightening her clothes. These little gestures are often unconscious, but they speak volumes. When a woman is attracted to someone, she becomes more self-aware. She wants to look her best, not out of vanity, but because appearance is part of attraction. These signals show that she's thinking about how you perceive her. If she's doing this while talking to you or before seeing you, it's likely that she cares how she's coming across, which is a strong indicator of interest. And finally, what does it mean when a woman suddenly pulls away after being warm and engaged with you? This is often the most confusing behavior. Everything seems great, then suddenly she's distant. This usually happens when the emotional intensity gets too high, too fast. She might be scared of getting hurt, or she might be unsure about how much she's starting to feel for you. This doesn't always mean she's lost interest. Sometimes she just needs space to process. The worst thing you can do is chase or demand answers. The best thing? Stay grounded. Let her come back on her own. If you show composure during her emotional retreat, you prove that you're stable, and that makes her feel even safer around you. Understanding what women do is often more important than listening to what they say. Their real feelings live in behavior, in body language, in emotional pacing, and in the subtle things they don't spell out. Once you start recognizing these patterns, female behavior becomes far less confusing and a lot more clear.